Tom Thibodeau has given a Mitchell Robinson update in regards to his ankle injury and the surgery that he had, and we have to talk about it because it seems as if Mitchell Robinson will be coming back this season. So that is huge, guys. So let's just jump right into the video. Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to waste no time, and we're going to jump right into it. Tom Thibodeau said on Mitchell Robinson that once they clear him, you'll see him. But each day he's doing a little bit more. He's lifting. He looks like, I don't know, bodybuilding. He'll be in the pool. He'll be on the bike. And then eventually get to where he can shoot. He's shooting a little bit out of the chair. Just following protocols and getting treatments. He's been great and he's in great spirits. So we're encouraged. Everything's positive so far. Just let him go through it. And then when he's ready, he's ready. Very encouraging stuff from Tom Thibodeau. It seems as if Mitch is going to be back, and that is huge. Mitch was having the best season of his NBA career before he went down with the ankle injury and needed surgery. And it was kind of a peculiar thing. It's not like we saw him land wrong and grab at his ankle. It was just one game he was playing against the Celtics. Then we didn't see him again for the rest of the season. It came out a few days later that he would be out for the rest of the year, and the Knicks applied for a disabled player exception as Mitch would not be returning. And then that got declined because the doctors did not believe that Mitch would be out for the rest of the year. And it later came out that he would only be out for 8 to 10 weeks, or he'd be reevaluated in 8 to 10 weeks, which really translates to Mitch being out for maybe 3 months, a little bit over 3 months. Now, on the season, Mitch had been balling out. This is the best season of his NBA career. Though his field goal percentage was at the lowest, it's also he was not shooting a ton from the field, less than usual, less than his career average by a tiny bit. And also his free throw percentage went absolutely in the dumpster. But he was getting 10 rebounds a game. He was playing the best defense of his career. I know his block numbers were lower than they've been, but the steal numbers, he was getting 1.5 steals per game. The reason he's not getting as many shots blocked is because no one will test Mitchell Robinson at the rim. They just know what's going to happen. Mitch is going to win. The offensive rebounding was some of the best offensive rebounding I've ever seen. He was averaging 5.3 offensive boards per game, and that's out of his 10.3 rebounds. So more of his rebounds were coming on the offensive end. He was excellent at kicking the ball out all season. And then just getting a few putbacks. Mitch was so awesome for this team. It really sucked when he went down with the injury. But it seems as if he'll be back. When they applied for the disabled player exception, I think we were all bummed out. We're like, oh, this season's in trouble. Then Isaiah Hartenstein happened. Isaiah Hartenstein first was on the bench for a few games while Achua started because the Knicks liked how Hartenstein played with the bench unit. Then they realized he was just too good for that. And since becoming a starter, Isaiah Hartenstein has averaged 11 rebounds, 7.4 points, and nearly 3 assists in these 19 games. And StatMuse gave him a graphic finally. So Hartenstein has clearly shown that he is the greatest player in NBA history in the absence of Mitchell Robinson. And that is awesome to see. Because now, obviously, the Knicks are going to win the NBA Finals because no one has ever been as good as Hartenstein is. But on a serious note, Hartenstein has been really good as the Knicks starting center, and I genuinely believe that he is going to stay the Knicks starting center regardless of what happens, at least for the rest of this season. I don't know if Hartenstein's going to be the Knicks starting center next season. I don't know if Hartenstein's going to be on the Knicks next season. His contract's expiring. The Knicks don't have his bird rights. They're going to have to figure out a way. Maybe they can get him on a pay cut if he really wants to stick around, but he'd probably be coming off the bench. I've pitched this idea before, and I'm going to pitch it again because it's been a little bit. I would love for next season, if the Knicks could somehow manage to retain Hartenstein, to just play him and Mitch each exactly 24 minutes a night. Maybe sometimes you vary it a little bit based off matchups and stuff. But I would absolutely love that. I don't like the idea of Mitch playing 30-plus minutes. He always gets injured. He's very injury-prone. I don't want to see him go down with an injury. Hartenstein fills in for a lot of the areas that Mitch doesn't have, and Mitch is just better at being a center than Hartenstein is, if that makes sense. So each way, things are great. I think Hartenstein should probably start out the rest of this season, though, because Mitch is going to come back off of an injury. He's going to be rusty. He's not going to be 100% out of the gate, and Hartenstein will be. So I think that would be the smartest move for the Knicks. But the good news is Mitch is going to come back, as Woj reported a while back. There's optimism that he could return late in the regular season from the ankle surgery, which was a significant part of the reason why the NBA denied the $7.8 million disabled player exception in his absence. The league informed the Knicks on Wednesday that it would be denying the DPE because NBA doctors were unable to determine that Robinson would likely be out until mid-June, which is just excellent news. I mean, Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson, having them both in the playoffs would be perfect for the Knicks because then you could bring Mitch off the bench, give him around 20 minutes a night, have Hartenstein play the other 28, including the ends of the game so they can't play hack-a-Mitch. But you can give Mitch around the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and the majority of the third quarter and some time, depending on matchups, depending on who they play in the playoffs. Right now, it feels likely that the Knicks will end up going against potentially the Cavs or the Pacers or the Miami Heat in the first round. But they're also closing in on that 3 seed, which could be huge for them. They're honestly not that far away from the 2 seed. The Knicks are an excellent basketball team, and that's really just what we're seeing, is that they are one of the top teams in the NBA now, and I think anyone who's my age, 22 years old, that's kind of new to you. I mean, I guess we saw it. If you guys are, to anyone who's in their early 20s watching this right now, or even younger, we don't really remember 2013 that well. Like, I was in 6th grade when the New York Knicks were the 2012-2013 Mike Woodson, Carmelo's carrying us, New York Knicks, when they went to the second, or they were the 2nd seed. They beat Boston in 6. They lose to Indiana in 6 after Melo tears his labrum. And that was it for me. I didn't see playoffs after that. I saw 2 17-65 seasons before I saw playoffs for the first time as a non-child when watching the New York Knicks. So seeing them be really good now is something that's profoundly weird to me still. I'm not used to it. But it's really one of these weird situations where not only are they great, they're deep. They're really deep. And if you could have Robinson for 20 minutes a night, because I don't want him getting hurt. I don't think he's going to be 100% when he comes back, but he would be so helpful for 20 minutes a night. He gives you certainty with that center position. You will not have a drop-off in skill when you go from Hartenstein to Robinson. And against a team like the Cavs, if the Knicks play them again, Mitch is going to be so confident because that man just destroys Jared Allen for a living. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. It's the fact that Allen was on the Nets, and people loved to say that Jared Allen was the best center in New York, which Mitchell Robinson would usually respond to with laughing emojis on Twitter and something like that. And Mitch has not forgotten. Mitch owned Jared Allen and Evan Mobley in the playoffs simultaneously. As Jared Allen said, I guess the lights were just a little too bright. Yeah, they were, because Mitchell Robinson cooked you. And Mitch is so confident, and if they can get that confidence back for 20 minutes a night, getting 10,000 offensive rebounds in one possession, kicking the ball out, this Knicks team is too good of a shooting team to allow a guy like Mitchell Robinson to start pulling down those 5.3 offensive rebounds a game, because he's either just going to go right back up with it because he's 7 feet tall and has major bounce, or he's going to kick it out to one of the 340-plus three-point% shooters in the starting lineup in Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, and OG Anunoby. This is a team that you cannot allow Mitchell Robinson to do that to you, or you guys are going to lose to the Knicks in the playoffs. The Knicks are really, really, really good. Having Mitch back gives them certainty at the center position because you have 48 minutes of great center play, which will be enormous for them. I really, really hope that Mitch can get back and that he can be playing like his normal self. That would be so awesome. Now, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, like this video. It helps me out a ton, and it's not really going to change your life much. So just do something nice for me. I'm trying to put out the best content I can for you guys. My mouth is going dry from talking for now 20 minutes straight. This is my 2nd video in a row. You guys don't care, though. Have a good day. Go Knicks.